I'm Miss Mel, and I work in the teen department at the Brunswick Library, and I am so happy to be here today to tell you about 8 awesome books you might like reading. Here we go. First is the book Scythe by Neil Shusterman. In this future world, the internet is an all-powerful being known as the Thunderhead, and there is no hunger, no disease, no war, and no death. In order to solve population issues in this utopia, chosen people called Scythes perform random gleanings, which are true deaths from which one cannot be revived. Teenagers Citra and Rowan find themselves the newest apprentices to the Scythedom, a position that neither wants. The stakes get high when the competition takes an unexpectedly cruel turn, and some Scythes are using their powers in horrible ways, threatening the perfect world the Thunderhead created. By the way, Scythe is my teen summer book club pick. We will be discussing it July 29th at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Next is the new David Espinoza by Fred Aceves. When 17-year-old David Espinoza has had it with being bullied for being skinny, he decides to devote his summer to bulking up. At the gym, he trains under a well-known bodybuilder named Alpha and learns he uses gear, or steroids, to speed his transformation. Soon David is hooked on steroids as well. As he becomes more and more obsessed with training and eating to perfect his body, he ends up lashing out to those who love him and experiences the drug's gruesome side effects in himself and his bodybuilding friends. This book intensely chronicles David's physical and mental battle, and that's the new David Espinoza by Fred Aceves. This is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. When Jude was 7, she watched Maddock, general to the High King of Elfhame, slaughter her parents. Maddock then dragged Jude and her 2 sisters off to Fairyland, where he raised them as his own. This intricate realm is filled with gorgeous, bloodthirsty, playful, and powerful fairies who detest humans and enslave them with magic. 10 years after being raised by the Fae, Jude is determined to earn her place by becoming a knight. The Cruel Prince is a fantasy filled with thrilling twists and bloody romance, all set in a breathtaking world that will leave you spellbound. And that's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Now this is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Millie, Aubrey, and Jonah Story are cousins, but they don't know each other very well, and they've never met their grandmother. Their grandmother is rich and reclusive, and she disinherited their parents before they were born. So, when they each receive a letter inviting them to work at her island resort for the summer, they're surprised and curious. Upon their arrival at Gold Cove Island, it becomes clear that their grandmother had not been expecting them, and that someone is trying to get them to leave. The longer they stay, the more they realize how mysterious and dark their family past is. This thriller flips between the 3 teens' perspectives, who each have their own secrets, and the twists keep coming. And that is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Next we have The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. 16-year-old Alex Rufus is trying his best, but it's hard for him to be present when every time he touches an object or person, Alex sees into its future. When he touches his car, he sees it years from now, totaled and underwater. When he touches his girlfriend Talia, he sees them at the edge of breaking up. Alex feels these visions are a curse, distracting him, making him anxious and unable to live an ordinary life. And when Alex touches a photo that gives him a vision of his brother Isaiah's death, everything changes. With Alex now in a race against time, death, and circumstances, he and Isaiah must grapple with their past, their future, and what it means to be a young black man in America in the present. That's The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. This is Shine by Jessica Yoon. 17-year-old Korean-American Rachel Kim is on the cusp of either living her dream or losing it. For the past 6 years, she's been a K-pop star in training with DB Entertainment, one of Seoul's largest K-pop labels. After a disastrous audition with Jason Lee, DB's golden boy, Rachel will need some bold moves to redeem herself. But as the dark scandals of an industry committed to commodifying beautiful girls begins to bubble up, Rachel will have some choices to make. Immerse yourself in the hypercolor world of K-pop and all its drama, written by a K-pop star herself. And this book's called Shine by Jessica Yoon. If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. Amanda Hardy is the new girl at school, and like anyone else, she wants to make friends and fit in. But Amanda is keeping a secret, and she's determined not to get too close to anyone. But when she meets sweet, easygoing Grant, Amanda can't help but to start to let him into her life. As they spend more time together, she realizes just how much she is losing by guarding her heart. But Amanda's terrified that once she tells him the truth, he won't be able to see past it. Because the secret that Amanda's been keeping, it's that at her old school, she used to be Andrew. Will the truth cost Amanda her new life and her new love? That's If I Was Your Girl by trans author Meredith Russo. Last but not least, here's the book Feed by M.T. Anderson. We went to the moon to have fun, but the moon turned out to completely suck, begins this novel about the future where most people have computer chips implanted in their heads to control their environment. Feeds are a crucial part of life for Titus and his friends. After all, how else would they know how to party on the moon or how to accessorize the mysterious lesions that everybody's been getting? When there's a constant stream of games, shows, and chats and ads feeding directly into your brain, does the world make sense without it? But then Titus meets Violet, a girl who cares about what's happening to the world and challenges everything Titus and his friends hold dear. And that's Feed by M.T. Anderson. Check these books out at the library or download them using our free Libby or Hoopla apps. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!